If you're a Sony shooter, you're gonna wanna check this one out. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I came across something that I thought was really cool, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So if you're a Sony shooter, like I was saying in the beginning, and you've used these remotes before in the past, you don't need them anymore. So here's what happened. Couldn't find my remote. I found it now, obviously, but I couldn't find my remote the other day, and I was searching for it high and low, and I was thinking, dang, I really would like to just sit here when I record these talking head videos, and the camera's set all the way over there to be able to just press record, and I have to get up and go over there and physically hit the record button after I've sat down and already got pulled focus and whatnot. I was trying that, and then I couldn't find the remote, so I was scouring the internet, about to purchase another one of these things. I think they're like 20-30 bucks. I'm not even sure anymore, but these things aren't super cheap, and you can't necessarily do a whole lot with them. Basically, it's just, especially if you're away from the camera, it's just to hit the record, stop the recording, and that's pretty much it. I mean, like, if you have your camera in your hand, you can sit there and toggle different type of things, but why not just use the actual camera and the tool and the buttons that's on the camera body? But that's not here nor there. So I was scouring the internet, and I was trying to find a solution that was gonna, I was trying to find another remote to buy so I can have that type of functionality. And I came across this app called Monitor Plus. Now, currently, as it is of right now making this video, it's only available for Sony shooters, which is why I said at the beginning, if you're a Sony shooter, you're gonna wanna listen to this. So it's only available to Sony shooters, and it's only available for your more later and updated cameras, like your Sony a7S III, your a7 IV, FX3, and above. I don't think it goes back to like your a7 IIIs, a7R IIIs, and things like that. I think you needed the more updated Sony version for this to function. Don't quote me on that, do your own research, but I think that's what I found anyway. It said something like that in the menu system or whatever. But what the app is, essentially it's a remote that you can gear through your phone, right? So basically what it is, you come in, not only can I control the recording with my phone, I can see a live view of what my camera sees, and I can control everything on the camera via my phone, which is crazy awesome, right? So as you guys can see, I'm gonna pop up the video. I'm screen recording my phone right now. So this is the app. This is all the functionality that I have with it. I'm recording right now, so obviously there's some things that I'm not gonna be available to me, but you can change your frames per second. You can change your shutter speed on the fly, so you can click into the shutter speed. You can change that however you see fit. Put that back to 50. You can change your iris in real time, right? You can do a lot of things with it. You can change your ISO, you can change your Kelvin, your focus mode. You can go to manual focus or autofocus. And the cool thing about focus is if you're already sitting here and you're recording and you're looking at your phone right now, you can touch different points on the screen, and the camera will respond of where you want to focus at. So if I wanted to touch this pellet case and behind me to pull focus on that, I can just simply touch that. It'll jump the focus, touch back on myself, and it'll jump right back to myself. And then you can see up here where the top where it says cancel the tracking, you can click that and it just goes to normal auto focusing. So really cool, man. Let's get into some other things that it can do. It also shows you can change your focus, you can change your area of focus. It shows your battery life, which I'm running a little low right now, so I should probably hurry up with this video. Down at the bottom, you have your record button. If you stop and start recording, next to that, you have your memory cards and how much memory you have left on that card. So I have upwards of 4 hours of more shooting. I have a 250 gigs memory card in there right now, so that's how much I can record, and it tells me that. And then you can also go into this bottom right, you can toggle on your zebras. You have your false color. You have this bracket thing where you can change your aspect ratios and things like that, just so you can know what you're shooting and all that type of stuff. You can do your focus assist. You have your waveforms. You can even put LUTs in this thing and load in LUTs, and you can display and toggle the LUTs on and off if you're shooting in log and things like that. I'm not shooting a log currently, but you know, whatever. There's this thing, I'm not quite sure what this is. It's just a lot more waveforms, a lot more data, a lot more information, so you can see your colors and things like that. I'm not quite sure what this screen is called, but it's really, really cool. We'll get to that in a second. You can de-squeeze this thing and squeeze it. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you have that option. This button right here is a focus puller. So this will only work with certain lenses. Obviously, you need a you'll need a certain type of lens to use with this, so you can focus internally. I'm using a 50mm f1.2 right now, so I can't necessarily use this because it's not a digital focus puller. But if you had a lens that was digital focus puller and things like that, or digitally full focus, you can definitely use that lens. But we're not gonna even touch that because we can't do it anyways. Moving on, they have a lock switch where you can toggle that on and off. So when you touch the screen, nothing happens and you don't accidentally stop recording or whatever reason. And obviously toggle that on and off, which is really cool. I'm super glad they added that feature. The display on your phone, you can toggle that and you can flip the display, you can flip it upside down and things like that. Why do you want to do that? Maybe it's because you want to move it in different directions or whatnot, but definitely something cool. You can also rotate it 90 degrees if you wanted to do that too. So if you're shooting vertical, I guess you can go vertical with that. And this is really cool too. So you can digitally zoom in to your image on your phone, which is wild. So we all know that with the FX3 and other cameras, you can digitally zoom when you can punch into the sensor. So if I wanted to punch into the screen and just kind of do that 1.5 times crop, it'll go really slow, but you can just slowly punch in. And so if you're on a tripod or whatever and you wanted to punch in and punch out, you can do that with your phone, which is insane. I think that's super cool. And the 3 dots over here is just gonna bring up everything on that you can do, and you can like basically check off things that you don't want to show up in your thing that you feel like you're not gonna lose, like this inspector thing that I was talking about, showing all the different type of waveforms. I don't use that. De-squeeze, I'll never find myself using that. Everything else can probably stay. False color, focus puller, I'm probably never gonna use that. I don't have those type of keys. Chroma key, overlay, I'm not even sure what that is. Flipping it, I guess those can stay, and zoom operations. So that's pretty much cool. So, and then if you're in this position where you wanted to take all this information off of your phone to kind of get a clear shot, you can just swipe up at any point and all the data will go away, and you can just get a clear image of what you would get like a normal recorder. And it's pretty good at like, it's very responsive. I can't notice much of a lag, at least from what I can see. I don't know if you guys let me know in the comment section if you guys notice the lag or not, but yeah, man, that's the gist of it. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna stop recording on my camera. So I'm gonna hit the record button, stop the recording. I'm still gonna record audio, and I'm still gonna be recording the screen. So I'll just put that on display right now, just so I can show you guys. You can change your file format, which XWZ, HS, 4K. You can go ahead and change your frame rate, 20 frames per second, 120 frames per second, 60 frames per second, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna leave that to 20. You can change your recording settings and your bit rate and all that different type of stuff, which is, it's insane the amount of type of stuff that you can do with this app. It's absolutely wild. Getting out of that, again, shutter speed, you can change that. Obviously, you set it to auto, whatever the case, ISO, iris, your white balance. You can also change your Kelvin on the fly, so you can either set it to auto. They have these numbers at the top where there's just pretty much locked off, or you can come down to picker and just go 100 increments of your white balance or whatever like that. Change your Kelvin settings, change your color and the filters and all that different type of stuff over here. Really, really cool. Your focus, auto focus and manual focus. You can switch it to manual focus if you wanted to. Where this is key is to say if you're setting up and you have a lens that breathes a lot, hunts a lot, a la the 35mm f1.4, and you can't really, it's really hard for you to get the focus. So if you're having this, set it up, sit down, make sure the eyedropper is on, and then click the manual focus, and then you're just in focus the whole time. Then you're gonna get up and try to put something in the way to kind of pull focus. You can just have that, which I think is really, really cool. What else does this thing do? Your focus modes, I mean, your modes, you can go from recording to manual, and you can go here and come to manual. You see how that switched to the 3:2 aspect ratio. Now I'm in like photo mode, so I can take a picture, and that goes directly. And that's another cool thing. You can have things that you record and take pictures go directly to your iPhone's photo gallery. So if I were to swipe up and go to my photo gallery, you can see the picture that I just took, videos that I was recording and things like that. So it's really, really cool. You can have that instantly. So if you wanted to like post to Instagram right away, or you recorded something, you wanted to do something like that, you can absolutely do that. Let's go back to movie mode. Boom. And then yeah, this is such a cool app. They do have a free version, and they do offer a pro version. I went ahead and bought the pro version because I was gonna buy a remote anyway. But pro version, I believe, is like $18.99, $19, or whatever the case may be. One-time payment, and you pretty much have all this functionality. With the free version, you're not gonna get all of this functionality. There's some things that you're limited to. I forget what they were, but let me record back again so we can get this back on full screen. So I just hit record just like that, and then we're back recording, which is cool. So let's go up into the menu, and let me see if there's anything that I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, this is where you can control all your general stuff. Tapping focus, so if you wanted to tap the screen to pull focus and things like that, you absolutely can do that right here. And if you wanted to toggle that off, you can. You have your lumens, your histograms, your LUTs. Like I said, you can apply LUTs to this thing. I don't know, I'm not sure how to actually put LUTs into it. Maybe that's something that you have to do on your camera, then there's pop up on the app version, but I have that off because I normally don't shoot and log anyways. Let's see what else. Signal type full, obviously. You can, your volume keys, blah, 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 all your media stuff. Your next media file name, you can change that here, which is super cool. Save the camera roll, like I was saying, that you can, as soon as you record, stop recording, take a picture, everything that you did on your camera will pop straight into your iPhone, and you're good to go, and you can post that on your social media accounts or whatever like that, which is really cool. The only thing that it doesn't have that I wish it would right now is you can't change your picture profile through this app for whatever reason. That's something you would have to do on your camera previously, and then, whatever the case may be, but you can't do it in the app, at least as of right now. Maybe there's going to be a software update available to us in the coming future or whatever, but it's pretty small. This thing does a lot of things for $19 that I'm really, really having a good time with. So live view image quality, that just means the live view on your display on your phone is going to be high quality. You can set that to low quality if you want to reserve battery life, but I mean, high quality, right? We need to, do high quality stuff. So, and if you click over here to status, you can see that, it has your connection, because I think this thing connects either via Bluetooth through your camera or Wi-Fi. So you can have either or, whichever is the strongest one. And this is all, let's see if I forgot anything. This is all the camera remote functionalities that you have. So like I said, you have your shutter speed, you have your ISO, your iris, your white balance, whatever that is, your fine tuning, whatever that is. I'm not even sure what that is. Media format, your focus modes, focus area, changing focus and things like that at the touch of a button. Super cool. Not even have to do it on your phone, on your camera. You can do it on your phone. Changing your area focus position, changing, your touch focus tracking, things like that. Exposure modes, all the exposure modes, obviously. Like I said in a few minutes ago, you can't necessarily do picture profiles or creative styles on here or you can't change it through your app as of yet. I'm not sure why that is, but whatever. Your live view quality, we already went over that. Pulling focus modes, we already went over that. You have to have a certain type of lens if you want to use that functionality. I think it is in there. I haven't tested that out yet because I don't have any lenses that will work with that. So, you know, take out what it is. If you have lenses like that, maybe you can test it out. Let me know how it is. Still image save destination. Like I said, just save it directly to your iPhone, or not if you want to reserve, you know, your iPhone space or whatever. Magnifier, you can punch into your image on your magnifier, but it's only in stills mode. So if you have to go to manual mode, taking pictures, you can punch into the actual image to magnify it to make sure things are in focus or whatnot. If you wanted to use that, sure. And your zoom functionality. So that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think this is a fantastic app. I've been using it for the past couple of days now. It's run flawlessly. I have no issues with it whatsoever. And I'm going to be using this a ton, especially for these talking head interviews where I don't have to get up, hit the record button and come back, sit down and make sure everything is in focus or whatever. And if you're recording podcasts and things like that, you can set this up and you have your other camera over there that you don't have access to because you're sitting at one camera. You can be controlling your other camera with your phone, which is really cool. And you can link up multiple cameras throughout the same app. I did try to do that. You can't necessarily function them both at the exact same time. You would have to hit this button, go out, and then find the other camera and then pull that one up. But you definitely can control 2 different cameras, 3 different cameras at the exact same time if you wanted to do something like that. And I don't really have anything else, man. That was pretty much it. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description where you can find it in the App Store or whatever. Just click that link, pull up in the App Store. It's not an affiliate link or whatever. It's just easier for you to just go in, find that app so you can download it and get to testing it out for yourself. Like I said, the free version, and there's a paid version, which is the Pro version. It's $18, $18.99, I believe, $19. Well worth it in my opinion. As you guys can see all of the functionalities you can do. Stop recording, control all those different type of things, and yeah, man, it's really, really cool. I will say though, the only thing that I do see that is kind of weird and I can't really understand why is I have my monitor, my Shinobi monitor right here that I'm looking at my screen on. The color quality in here is vastly different than the color quality on here. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's a LUT issue, I don't know, but it's off. So if you're using this as like a monitor to actually see what's, your colors and things like that, probably not the best, but I would just use this to kind of control your camera and then still use a monitor to kind of see exactly what that's gonna look like. Unless you're, like I said, using log, then it's pretty much not gonna matter. This looks like a log picture profile to me. And yeah. So maybe that's what that whole picture profile thing is. Maybe in a future update, we can get that corrected or whatever, but not a big deal for me right now because like I said, it's gonna save me a lot of time. Oops. It's gonna save me a lot of time. And yeah, so that's pretty much the video, guys. As you can see in the top right corner, my battery is about to die, so I'm gonna sign out. So if you guys found this video helpful, make sure you drop your boy a comment. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel as I find more and more things like this out there and bring it to you guys. So hit me up, let me know what you guys think, and till next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.